Yeah? Yeah, really what you're referring to is Mark's naked cash value.
Speaking of naked cash value, what are you doing here?
I'm glad I caught you, Ted. Hey, listen, Ted, you're a good bloke, and you know, I've done the right thing by you by the review. You must love it. You must absolutely love it. And you want to help out about the... Listen, mate, I'm facing a few criminal charges.
You 325 fraud charges?
Oh, they're all bullshit, mate. They reckon I haven't delivered those magazines, to make them legit and that.
I gather you haven't.
Well, anyway, I'm in a bit of a fix. Listen, what's how I'll write you a cheque for $1,000?
No.
And you say you deliver them.
I've been interviewed already.
Oh, fuck off. Hey, what about you, son? Hey, chance to fill those dreams? Take the missus for a holiday? Hey? Think of what you could do with $1,000, eh?
Yeah, I guess they don't know me, so I'll do it, but for $2,000.
Oh, he's a bloody hard man, isn't he? He's a hard man. But you got to say you delivered them.
Yeah.
Terry, it's a risk.
Yeah, but I'll deliver them. Where do you want me to?
Look, as long as you say you delivered them, mate, you can throw them in your hip. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll leave that to your conscience, eh?
All right, I guess I've got no choice, but start writing the cheque, be a good bloke, and make it out to cash company.
No problems. Good on you, mate. We're a fucking team, mate. We're a fucking team together.
Recording. Scene 6, shot 4, take 4.
Look, mate.
Action.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Absolutely nothing. Hey, look, mate, they always complain after the advert's being published. Oh, they're unscrupulous like that, fine deal, honestly with them, and they treat you like muck.
I've had 3 phone calls on this morning.
Well, you've got to expect something.
Not good enough, David. I've had advertisers complaining they haven't authorised the ads.
Well, mate, the left-handed business doesn't know what
To make matters worse, you're making it easier for our enemies. And Trades Hall officials are complaining that you've said the review's backed by Trades Hall. And the ACTU, for Christ's sake. I mean, they don't want the association, and we sure as hell don't. It makes us look dodgy. Do something about it.
Right, mate, look, I'll fix it up. Look, you guys have been good to me. The review's got me a lot of other business. And I know some of these young blokes, they get carried away when selling the adverts, but as I say to them, always tell the truth, like the politicians do, eh? Well, why don't we have a written declaration at the front of the Review? The Trades Hall Council has got nothing to do with the magazine.
Yeah, what's true, possibly.
Look, you guys are special, and I want to keep you happy. What say we double the size of the Review and have 50 pages of content?
And a colour cover.
Great!
And all the ads in the middle, and an editorial fee.
Sure, a small donation, but why the ads in the middle?
It looks better, and we're hardly going to go through and remove them all, are we?
Do I care? They're yours.
Cut. Beautiful. Very good.
And this is my great-grandfather Heinrich, who united 3 kingdoms in conquest. It's said more than 1,000 men fell to his blade. And this is Balthazar, who wedded a Lionite priestess and ended centuries of war in 1 generation. And my father, the Just King. Do you know it's a custom for the Crown Prince to paint the King's portrait? Perhaps you'll paint mine. Do you know what the key is to great portraiture? It's in the eyes.
You know, you never really think about this sort of thing until you actually face it, and I guess I've never really believed.
Good. Nor do I.
But you're a priest. How can you be a priest and not believe in God?
Well, it's not really necessary to do the work. People sort of assume that you believe. I mean, they never ask. In fact, I think God often gets in the way of the work of real religion.
But what the hell do you... I mean, what do you preach about?
Compassion, wisdom, guidance. The sort of shit people are actually looking for. For example, what did you expect when you came in here?
I guess some sort of reassurance, some hope that I'll be okay.
So you expected me to say that everything would be all right?
Yeah.
Well, if that's what you want, go and buy a Bob Marley CD. I can't give you that guarantee. I don't know whether your surgery will go well. I hope it does. But I've got no influence over it. I'm just a man like you.
But I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
Well, no one wants to die. But we've always got to be ready for when it comes.
Yeah, well, my time might be 12:30 p.m. next Thursday.
Well, sadly, that might be the case. But look, given you've come to me for guidance, I'll give you my 2 cents worth. We can't control death or the fear of it, but we can make sure that it doesn't conquer us. All you can do is to live your life in a kind of humble bliss and make peace with everybody before we go. I mean, look at me today, you know, compared to your modern clowns.
Modern clowns? What's different about clowning these days?
Well, I suppose it's not their fault, mate. I mean, back in the 80s, the government started cutting everything, privatising. They thought clowns were old-fashioned. They didn't care about clowns. Of course, there were some clowns, corporate clowns, who tried to adapt and pander to the corporate masters, but they're fucking wankers and idiots, mate. Anyway, things got that much worse, and then the clown colleges closed down, and they sent their young people off to performing arts colleges. Could they do a balloon trick to save their lives? I wouldn't bet on it.
It can't be that bad for the young clowns.
Oh, it's fucking shambles, mate. It's awful. I mean, you go out there in the field, on the front line, to a kiddies party, for example, and there'd be a professional clown. And professional, that's the key. I mean, you could come up to this clown, you could ask him anything, how to do a magic trick, and boom, boom, there it was. You tell me the fancy professors at your performing arts college could do those tricks?
Well, if they're qualified to teach.
No, mate, you got it backwards. If they could do the trick, they wouldn't be stuck in that stupid college. They'd be out there on the job, getting the best jobs all day, all week.
So, all the...
After decades of bloodshed in the Middle East, there is only one question left to ask. Whose side is Obama really on? I'm Wolf Riley, and this is Straight Shooting. Good evening. Well, this has always been a troubled region, but lately it seems to be getting worse. Is there no end to the conflict in the Middle East? Now, Doctor, why do we see so much conflict in the Middle East?
Well, it's a fairly complicated question.
Well, let me simplify it for you. Is Obama a secret Muslim and terrorist sympathizer who's using his power as president to perpetrate Middle Eastern conflict into making it easier for his Al-Qaeda buddies to seize power?
The very idea that the president would be somehow plotting to create conflict because he has an alliance with Al-Qaeda is frankly offensive.
Is Obama a secret Muslim terrorist? Is he a secret terrorist
Sir,
Muslim? It's a simple question and it requires a simple answer. And all America wants to hear about, is Obama a secret Muslim terrorist? Yes or no? Answer the question, Doctor. Yes or no? America wants to know. You don't seem to like that.
You have no idea.
Because you're a terrorist supporter. Aren't you a terrorist supporter?
Yeah,
and we know in our heart a real American when we see one. And frankly, madam, you're not one.
You, sir,
of a man.
are a
Good night. I'm Scott Riley,
man.
and this is
I have never come across a man
ever.
Go away. Spit in your face.
Go away, you bad person.
You're a sniveling man. What has happened to this? I have had never enough of this. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore.
The tension
No,
came from.
this is not acceptable.
Is the surprise ready? 1, 2, and 3.
Surprise! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you.
To you.
To you. Yes, bravo, yes. Now, Barry, I want you to demonstrate exactly what Rodney did to you using these two teddy bears. This is Rodney Bear and this is Barry Bear. All right?
Have these been washed?
What?
Are they washed? Are they clean? I don't want to touch bears that haven't been washed.
No. Now, you see, what we've got to do is I've got to be able to get into your head, find the issues that matter, extract them, and then we can talk about them. You see, patients present me with a suitcase of issues, and what we've got to do is to unlock the suitcase and wash and iron those issues that we want to stay with, and throw away those issues that we no longer wish to have with us.
Can I sing you a song, Dr. Zakumi?
Oh, please, Barry.
Abracadabra, cadabra, I want to reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra, cadabra, I want to reach out and grab ya.
Good.
Can I tell you a poem?
Yes, Barry, please, yes.
Our lips met under a moon-kissed night. Her camel's fawn came near my tent and touched the end of my cloak. The monkey rose up and ruled for generations, governing over a disbent people. Oh, dawn of man, dawn of mankind, nestled in the bosom of creation.
Barry, that's enough.
What music do you like, Barry?
Smashing Pumpkins.
What exactly did Rodney do to you?
It's so disturbing, I can't remember. I mean, I've got no memory of it because it's so disturbing.
Well, yes, but do you have any memory, illusions, images? It doesn't matter how vague or unlikely they may, how distant or remote, or how associated they may be, of anything that Rodney may or may not have done to you at any time.
In the morning, he flushes his eggs at me. He goes, are me eggs cooked? Are me eggs cooked? Look at me eggs. I don't want to look at his eggs. Do you know anyone who talks like that?
Rodney, I think something of the most dark, devious and disturbing nature has happened to Barry. Now, I'm not saying that you're entirely responsible, but let me just say that I would like to have you in this chair and be able to get into your head. I mean, my uncle took me to the Royal Show, and he went on all the rides and he wouldn't let me go on even one.
Dr. Zakumi, thank you for today. Thank you for understanding. I'm basically cooked. I've been roasted on both sides.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
I want to put Barry on some new medication, polycyrene soluble silicide silicon syrupy syrup solution, at least twice a day.
I want to reach out and grab you.
I bring the little letter to Mr. Bush. thought you might like to hear it. Okay? Oh, he's going to love this. Okay, Mr. Music. Okay, maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know Costello wants me to go. But I've got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But this is something you really ought to know. I love you. I honestly love you. Don't have to answer. I can see it in your eyes. You know that we both want Saddam dead. But I am pure and simple, and you must realize that after this I want you in my bed. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I promise I won't mention peace at all. But you know there is a time to make a war, and you shouldn't blow the chance when you've got the chance to blow. I honestly love you. If we were born in another place or time, we'd seal this little moment with a kiss. But who would be the woman? And who would be the man? So I guess I'll just be leaving it at this. I love you. I honestly love you. Oh, Georgie. I love you.
Absolute vigilance, do you hear? This consignment of whiskey is for General Headquarters. Every case must be accounted for, particularly as there are Australians in the area. Carry on, Corporal.
Sir, good as done, sir. Right legs, move back.
Prepare to begin. Stop! Look, there's one of them. Arrest him.
Hang on, fair go. We were ordered here to pick up the Padre's Alton wine.
A likely story.
He's right, sir. It's all in order.
Well, there's no wine here, so clear off.
Clear off. If there's no service tomorrow, there's going to be hell to pay. The Padre...
Out! Get out!
We were going to be all the boys.
Go!
It's our first mass.
Carry on, Corporal.
Detail will advance. All right, advance. Corporal McLeod, extra security detachment from rail yard HQ, sir. We have been informed there are Australians in the area.
Quite. You're a bally disgrace. Do up that top button. What unit are you from?
You horrible wee money. How dare you speak to an officer without permission? To a third light rail company, sir, but you cannot pick and choose these days.
Absolutely right.
With your permission, sir. I'll post these two at the door of the rail, and I myself, with Jones there, will take post at the lorry. To personally count every item in. Detail, move!
One! Begin! Count loudly. 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 4, 7, come on, legs. 8, 9, 21, 22. Stop! 23. Stop! How many did you say?
16, sir. I think.
16. I'll stay here now. Ready, and I want to hear the count loudly. 22! 23, come on. 17! 25, 18! 19! 27! 62! 70! 63! 71! 64! 72! 65! 73! 160! 170! 101! 118! 102! 119! 104! 120! Come! G! 105! 121! 122! 106! Oh, come on, you slackers. There's another 25 to come off yet. I beg your pardon, sir, but there's only 2 left. What? We've been robbed.
Aye, sir. There's the man responsible. I'll nab him. Security's into Sasquatch. Follow me. Come back, Gaffney. Come back. You're under arrest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Corporal. Sir, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, indeed I do. Oh. It involves the aristocracy from Europe.
Oh, I say.
Gentlemen, I have ein terrible German accent. And my name is Count von Krapp.
Yes, we know who you are, Your Majesty.
The king? Yeah, I'm the king. I'm soon to be married. But I fear the former lover.
Yes, a beautiful woman plans to tell all.
The stunning Irene Abba is an opera singer here in London. She will ein photograph sent of the two of us to my fiancée, the Princess Scandinavian.
What came after terrible German accent? Have you searched this Irish house?
Yeah, we have searched high and low for the photograph, but it is nowhere found to be. Get that airport. Find that photograph.
So, what's it?
Here we are on the top of the new All Nations Park in Northcote, which gives the citizens of Darebin a unique view of the entire city. To the north, to the east, to the south, and to the west, where I've planned building 2 twin towers, 8 and 10 stories. Okay, it'll stuff the sunset, but it's good for Northcote, it's good for Darebin, it's good for Victoria. It's bloody good for me.
can see the legs of the flight attendant.
She's got beautiful legs. That's because she's a dancer. Look, she's dancing. Can you see her, James? Oh, she's the most beautiful thing in the world.
What, Robert? What is the most beautiful thing in the world?
Love. In that couple by the tree. In that man playing ball with his child. With a little girl and her dog. In that family. We're Arctic rolling down to the Arctic ground. Rolling down to old Marie. Old Marie. Yeah. Homeward bound from the Arctic Sound. Rolling down to old Maui. Roll, Marie.
Shut up.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, kid. Hey, I'll tell you something for nothing. A young bloke like you with his whole future in front of him, you shouldn't look so bloody depressed.
Sir, you'd be singing a different tune if you'd spent the last 5 years with a meteorite pushing into your prefrontal cortex, resulting in applied pressure to your basal ganglia.
That's piss and wind, mate. That could be much worse. You could have 2 bloody meteorites sticking out of your head with your penile vortex and your basal thing, me go. You reckon you got problems? I've got this hemorrhoid up my ass as big as a bloody football. I walk like a cowboy. I'll show you if you like.